Namaste. Welcome to this session with Vidya Nahar. Please consult your physician to ensure the suitability of the exercises in the following video for your specific needs. The creators and distributors of this video are not responsible for any injuries or damages caused to you by following the exercises demonstrated in this video. Thank you for your interest. Good luck and best wishes. Please keep up your breath and posture awareness throughout this practice.
We're going to get started on the belly. So go fully flat. You can face me, but I'll be facing this way so you can see. And stretch your arms, stretch your legs all the way. So stretch your feet and your fingers away from the center. Get this full body stretch. Drop your forehead towards the floor. With your eyes closed, bring your awareness to this place that you are occupying right now. Feel supported by the earth, by everybody here. By the same token, extend your support to everybody here and around you in your life. We are all independent, interdependent, and ultimately one at the same time. Stretch your right hand beyond the left hand, right leg beyond the left leg. So you're making your right side intentionally longer than the left. At the same time, press the right side of the body more firmly into the mat. So you're making your right side intentionally heavier and longer than the left side. Then relax, let go. Stretch your left hand beyond the right hand, left leg beyond the right leg. Make your left side intentionally longer than the right, and at the same time press the left side of the body more firmly down, making it heavier than the right. Just this simple act of stretching more, pressing down more is bringing more blood, energy, oxygen to that left side of the body. Now relax, let go. Now keeping your lower body relaxed, you bring your awareness to your upper body. Stretch your both arms so that you feel all of your awareness only in the upper body. Stretches in the sides of your trunk. Keep reaching with your fingertips to the front and stay there. Now relax the upper body, stretch your both legs, pointing your toes away from you to the back wall. You're pointing your toes so much that your knees start coming off the floor. Tops of your feet are on the floor, but knees are off the floor. And feel this awareness only in the lower body. Again, if somebody sees you from outside, not much is happening. But you know you're changing the intention of the pose by shifting your weight, your awareness. Now press your heels towards the ceiling. And so again, feel this stretch in your lower body, especially in the backs of your knees as you pressing your heels up, flexing your feet. Knees are off the floor. In the same position, separate your feet to the outer corners of your mat, so it's like a V stretch. Feel it in your inner thighs. Then slowly drop your knees, let your feet fall off to the sides of the mat. Toes turn outward as if you're pointing in each direction. Keep your lower body relaxed and bring your forearms in front of you so that you can reach for your opposite elbows. So hands reaching for opposite elbows, elbows bent. Rest your forehead in your forearms. Your stomach is on the floor but chest is elevated. This is crocodile pose or Makarasana. And because your chest is slanted, the breath slides down towards your diaphragm, towards your belly. This is an excellent position to practice diaphragmatic breathing. As you exhale, you withdraw the belly button away from the mat. Even though outer belly is still touching the floor, Feel that you're drawing the navel in as you exhale on the inside, and let the stomach relax towards the mat as you inhale. As you exhale, you draw the stomach in. As you inhale, let the stomach relax. Like a balloon becoming bigger with incoming air and becoming smaller with outgoing air. So minimizing the chest movement and maximizing the diaphragmatic movement in each breath. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. Keep your forehead resting. Enjoy the rhythm of the body in each breath. No tension in your hips, glutes, thighs, hamstrings. Keep everything relaxed. With this awareness of body and breath, invite your mind to be a part of this practice. Establish the intention of your being here today. Maybe you are here to learn something new about yourself, or let go of something that has been bothering you, or reinforce whatever you have been practicing, or restore your equilibrium, or test your strengths, challenge your limitations. Or you are here because your practice allows you to feel focused, strong, flexible, at peace with yourself, with your surroundings, happy, healthy, open to new possibilities. Whatever it is that brings you here, set it in your own words, make it your own practice, and release it. Let it happen at its own pace. Our job is just to practice, let the universe deliver the results. And we are going to practice eye muscle movements. Before that, bring your feet closer together one more time in the back. Point your toes, feet are together. Come up on your forearms. So we are in this Sphinx position with your forearms on the floor and trunk elongated. I'm going to face you. You can stay where you are. I can turn you towards you so you can see what's going on here. So keeping your forearms fully planted, lift your heart. We're going to practice the eye muscle movement. So without turning your head, look all the way to your right, just the eyes moving. And look all the way to your left, activating your peripheral vision in all directions. Look up to the ceiling, inhale. We keep our eyes glued to screens in front of us whole day. So this is stretching them in different directions. Drop your eyes to the floor with your exhale. Remember the same diaphragmatic movement. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. Next, inhale, look straight ahead as far in the front as you can see. And exhale to the tip of your nose. Look at your right upper corner, inhale. Left lower corner, exhale. Left upper corner, inhale. Right lower corner, exhale. Reverse, left upper corner, inhale. Left lower, exhale. Right upper, inhale. Right lower, exhale. Make 3 circular movements with your eyes in one direction, big continuous circles. And go the other way 3 times. Inhale as you roll your eyes up, exhale as you roll your eyes down. And rapidly blink your eyes several times, releasing the tension from eyes, eyebrows, forehead. We're going to practice neck movements with or without opening your eyes. Slowly turn your head to your right, feel the stretch in the left side of your neck. I'm going to turn sideways again so you can see what's going on one more time. So now that you have my side view, I'm going to do same side as you. So slowly turn your head to the right side. You feel the stretch in the left side of your neck. Turn your head a bit more to look at your right heel over your right shoulder. Turn your head even more to look at your left heel over your right shoulder. And come back to the center. Slowly rotate your head to the left. Keep your eyes closed if you're comfortable. So as if somebody is calling you from your left and you are in this normal range of motion. Then turn your head a bit more to look at your left heel over your left shoulder. Turn your head even more to look at your right heel over your left shoulder. And notice if it feels the same on this side as you felt on the other side. Come back to the center. Lift your head towards the ceiling. Again, keep your hips, glutes, thighs, shoulders all relaxed, and you are opening your throat. As you exhale, bring your chin down to your throat. Feel the stretch in the root of your neck. Keep pressing your chin down, massaging your thyroid, shoulders relaxed. Roll your head up towards your right with your inhale. Make it a thorough deep neck rotation down towards your left with your exhale. Finish it to the center. Reverse. Take it up towards your left with your inhale and down towards your right with your exhale. Slowly go down. Separate your hands. Now you drop your left ear to the floor looking towards your right side. So just a simple stretch for your neck, and again hands are resting by your sides. We're going to make another eye muscle movement here. Take your gaze from the tip of your nose to the front wall. On the front wall, take your gaze up to the ceiling. On the ceiling, bring your gaze back towards you. From the ceiling, drop your gaze to the tip of your nose. Reverse. From the tip of your nose, take your gaze up to the ceiling. On the ceiling, take your gaze to the front wall. On the front wall, drop your gaze to the floor. On the floor, bring your gaze back to the tip of your nose. Lift up your head and drop right ear to the floor. So you feel the stretch in the left side of your neck again. And take your gaze to the front wall. From the tip of your nose, take it to the front wall. On the front wall, take your gaze up to the ceiling. On the ceiling, bring your gaze back to the tip of your nose. From the ceiling, drop your gaze down to the floor again to the tip of your nose. Reverse. From the tip of your nose, take your gaze up to the ceiling. On the ceiling, take your gaze to the front wall. On the front wall, drop your gaze to the floor. On the floor, bring your gaze back to the tip of your nose and back to the center. Now right here, lift your hands so that your elbows are by the rib cage, hands are by the shoulder, you are lifting your chest. We are in this low cobra position, Bhujangasana. When you are ready, extend your arms to the front. See how that goes. If this is too much extension, and if you have block in front of you or a cushion or a small box, you may place your hands on the block and then lift up. So now we are reaching into the shoulders, trunk, hips, glutes. From there, bring your hands back towards you and going halfway down. So just like a cobra has only a spine and no arms, we are not using hands to support us. We are going to keep the hands up. Lift up your upper body. Extend your arms to the front. Lift them a bit higher. And halfway down. Back towards you. And halfway down, not all the way to the floor. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale as you extend. Inhale as you lift. Exhale halfway down. And back towards you, halfway down. This time, both hands extended on the floor. Keep your left arm on the floor and lift your right arm only. Lift a little bit higher and higher, and just stay there. Keep pointing your right foot toes in the back and fingers up towards the ceiling. Slowly lower. Switching sides, raise your left arm. Lift your head to look at your left middle fingertip, the farthest point of your body in the front. Lift your arm a little bit higher and a little bit higher. Again, point your left foot in the back and left fingertips in the front. So you feel this elongation in the left side of your trunk. And slowly lower. We're going to add opposite leg to this. So it's your right arm and left leg. Diagonal lift. Again, you can always use this block for your right hand. See how that goes. Lift a little bit higher. Remember to breathe. From there, bend your left knee. Reach for your left foot with your right hand. Look over your right shoulder. Bring your right hand to the pinky toe side of your left foot. For doing this, bring your right palm from the front facing that right side wall to the pinky toe side. Don't twist your arm to take it towards your pinky toe side of the foot like this. That will rotate your shoulder internally. The idea is to rotate it externally so you can open up. As you draw the foot in, let your foot equally push back in your hand. Keep looking back over your right shoulder. If your hand is not by this foot, you may place it on the back pocket or you may place your hand on the block. Just bring your block behind you to the right side and place your hand there. Otherwise, keep lifting that foot up. Now, right hand to the floor and left hand goes to the left foot. Bring it to the inner arch of the foot this time. So don't rotate your hand to reach that inner arch. Bring it straight back to the inside of your foot. Lift your left knee. As you draw the foot in, let your foot equally push back into the hand. So you're opening your left quad, left hip flexor. When you have same hand, same leg, look ahead, don't look back. Working on the longitudinal system of the body. This is your half bow. Remember to breathe. While you are holding on to this left foot with your left hand, one more time lift up your right arm, right leg. See how that goes. So right arm, right leg off the floor and you are holding left foot with your left hand. Slowly lower your right hand, right foot. And now extend your left arm, left leg. Breathe, take your break. We go to the other side. So raise your left arm and your right leg. The other diagonal side. Keep lifting them a little bit higher. Stretch your knee, stretch your elbow. Now bend your right foot, reach for your right foot with your left hand. Look over your left shoulder. So again, first your hand goes to the pinky toe side of your foot. When you are opposite hand and leg, your hand goes to the pinky toe side. As you draw the foot in, let your foot equally push back into the hand. Keep looking back over your left shoulder. Remember, if your hand is not by the foot, you may place it on the back pocket or place it on the block, whichever feels right for you. This is also giving you a stretch for your neck. It's working your posterior oblique. So there are always several things working at the same time, never just the one thing. Now left hand to the front, right hand to the inner arch of your right foot. Lift up your right knee. Look straight ahead. The more you pull your foot in with your hand, let your foot equally push back into the hand. That way you open up your right shoulder, open up your right quad, right hip flexor. Now lift your left arm, left leg off the floor. Remember to breathe. So this is your half bow and half extended upside down boat. Then again rest your right arm, right leg, left arm, left leg to the floor. Extend your arms and legs, relax. Lift up both legs and both arms. So we are in this full upside down boat. Option, you may place your both hands on the block and then lift up. Stay there, hold. Remember to breathe. From here, open your arms and legs like we are in this butterfly position, and tilt your butterfly to your right side, lifting your left arm like you're lifting your wing to the left. Come back to the center, tilt your butterfly down to the left as you lift your right arm. Come back to the center, bend your knees in the back and reach for the insteps of both feet. See how that goes. Again, if your hands are not by the feet, you may place them on the back pockets. Just bend your knees and lift up your knees. Point your feet up. If you can reach for the insteps of your feet, lift up your chin, chest, thighs, hold. This is your bow pose. Keep lifting them higher. Feet are pointing here. Continue breathing. From here, lower your feet going to the back pockets, knees to the floor. Just pull on to the tops of your feet like it's a frog position. Feel the stretch in the tops of your feet. Now right here, cross your feet at the ankles and reach for your opposite feet. So it's cross-legged bow. One more time, lift up your chin, chest, knees up. Notice which foot you have on the top at this time. And going down. Now uncross your feet, bring your other foot on the top, cross them again and reach for those opposite feet one more time, lift up. So your hands are not crossed, hands are just by the sides of your trunk and you're reaching for opposite feet. Lift up your knees, lift up your thighs. Feet are crossed, not your hands. And gently drop your knees. Stretch out your legs. Bring your both hands underneath your thighs. We did a lot of external rotation for the shoulders, so this is internal rotation for your shoulders. Palms facing your thighs. Lift up your both thighs up. Lift up your legs. This is Shalabhasana or lower back extension. Lifting your legs in the grasshopper or locust pose. There are several names for the same pose in different traditions. So this is just a lower back extension, physically speaking. If you suffer from any back trouble, these are good spinal extensions to practice every day. Slowly lower your legs, bring your hands by your chest, elbows by the rib cage. This time lift up your entire upper body into this full cobra. Look up towards the sky. Hold it there, breathe. We're going to add another trunk rotation. Look over your right shoulder towards your right heel. Turn your head a bit more to look at your left heel. Come back to the center, inhale. Exhale, look over your left shoulder to the left heel. And turn your head even more to look at your right heel over your left shoulder. The slower you do this, the more you internalize all of these stretches. Come back to the center, inhale. Leave your hands where they are and just sit back with your sit bones going back. So don't move your hands back, don't drag them back like this. Just stay where you are with your hands. But sit back. So this is now spinal flexion. After all that spinal extension, you are in the child's pose. Move the body weight forward, inhale. Position your chest between your two palms, shoulders over your wrist. Don't go down with your thighs and your stomach, but keeping your thighs and stomach up, bend your elbows, start bringing your chest down. Even if you go only an inch or two closer to the floor, that's okay. If you can go all the way down, do that. Bringing your chin, chest to the floor, 2 feet, 2 knees, 2 hands, chin and chest, 8 limbs on the floor. Then elongating your trunk, lift your heart. Inhale. We're going to again repeat this. Exhale as you sit back. Feel the stretch in the sides of your trunk. Move the body weight forward. Inhale. Bend your elbows, chest down. Exhale. Elongate your trunk. Inhale. This time lift your feet, bringing your feet towards your head. Drop your head as back as you can. Again, lengthening that spinal column. And exhale, sit back, child's pose. From here, flip your toes underneath, lift your hips up into the downward facing dog. Adho Mukhi Svanasana, chin to the chest, chest towards your thighs, and go deeper in this move. Remember to breathe. Move the body weight forward into this full plank. If this is too much, you may drop your knees anytime. Otherwise, hold this plank, move the body weight as forward as you can. And again, either you drop your knees or without dropping the knees, bend your elbows, chest down, exhale. So we are in this full Chaturanga push-up. Chaturanga is 4 limbs, 2 hands, 2 feet on the floor. And lift your heart. This time keeping your knees off the floor, bring your feet flat on the floor. So we are in this upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukhi Svanasana, lift up. Draw the body weight a little bit more forward, look up to the sky, hold. Keep lifting those knees up, thighs up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hips up, heels down, chin to your chest, chest towards your thighs, thighs lifting up towards the hips, heels going down, head going down. From this position, raise your right leg towards the ceiling, take it as high as you can, a little bit higher and higher, breathe, keep lowering your head towards the floor. So we are in this single leg downward dog position. Again, keep lifting that right leg as high as you can. From there, bending your right knee, bring your body weight forward, right knee to the right inner elbow. Take this leg back up, again as high as you can, bring it straight up towards the ceiling. Bring your right knee to the left inner elbow diagonally across. Take this right leg back up one more time, take it high. Now bring your right knee to the right side and bending your knee, make 3 knee circles. 1, 2, 3, limbering your hip, go the other way. 3, 2, 1. Cross your right foot behind your left foot on the mat. And slowly lift up your right arm towards the ceiling. Bending your knees, turn towards the ceiling, both arms. Straight right arm up, left hand on the floor. So we are in this 3-legged tabletop. Again, bring your right hand to the floor, face the floor. Raise your right leg to the ceiling one more time. This time cross your right leg in front of the left leg. And one more time, flip your feet flat on the floor, lift up your left arm. And your left arm is up, right hand on the floor. If you need to remain seated, you can do the same thing from sitting down. So it's not as much weight on your right hand. But otherwise, weight bearing work is good for the bone density. Bring your left hand to the floor and right foot back in place. Downward facing dog, hips up, heels down. Raise your left leg towards the ceiling. Maintain your downward dog. Keep lifting your left leg as high as you can, perpendicular to the ceiling. Press your chin to the chest, chest towards your thigh, right thigh. Bend your left knee, bring the left knee to your left inner elbow, move the body weight forward. Take this left leg back up. Again, open your hip, take that left leg as straight as up as you can. Bring your left knee to your right inner elbow. Take this left leg back up one more time. Now first, bring your left knee to the side, bend your knee and make 3 knee circles. 1, 2, 3, limbering your hip, go the other way. 3, 2, 1. Cross your left foot behind your right foot. Start shifting your weight on the right hand. Bend your knees, lift up your left arm. And again, we are in this tabletop position. Remember, you can sit down if you need to. otherwise hold. Bring your left hand to the floor, left leg back up one more time in that single leg downward dog. Cross your left foot in front of your right foot and again pivot your feet, lift up your right arm to the ceiling, hold this single leg tabletop or sit down if needed. Otherwise hold, breathe. Bring your right hand to the floor, face the floor, left foot back in place, body weight forward, drop your knees, sit back, child's pose. In this position, turn your palms towards the ceiling. We were putting a lot of weight on those arms, so just rotate your palms to face the ceiling. Bring all 10 fingernails to touch the floor. Feel this rotation in your shoulders, in your wrists. Bring your hands to your shoulders and forward. 2 more. Bring them in towards your shoulders. Elbows on the floor and bring your forearms to the floor again. One last time to your shoulders and forward. Palms to the floor, move your body weight forward. Now we are on all fours. Maintain your shoulders over your wrists, hips in line with your knees, knees in line with your ankles. And just a simple cow position where you lift your heart and tilt your tailbone up in the back. So it feels elongation in the trunk. This is called anterior tilt of the pelvic floor, pelvic bowl. Like think we have a bowl here and you're tilting the bowl forward. Now round your back, draw the stomach in. We are in this cat pose. In the rounded back position, this is called posterior tilt of the pelvic floor, pelvic bowl. One more time, elongating your trunk, lift your heart. So this time, lift your right knee in the back like this, pointing your toes up. Again, I am doing the same as you because you have my side view. If I face you like this, you won't be able to see what's happening in the back. So I am showing you from the side. Now lift your right knee in the back. Look at your right foot over your right shoulder like it's the tail of the tiger. So again we are adding a lot of neck movements. This also helps your shoulders. Bring your right knee towards your nose. Round your back. Breathe, hold. Take your right foot up one more time. Bring your right knee to the outer right elbow to the right side. So let me come face you here. Right knee to the right outer elbow and extend your leg to the right side. I am doing the same as you. So your right leg will go out to your right. Mine is going to the right side. Hold it there. So just opening up that hip. Bring the right knee in one more time. In towards your nose. Take it up in the back. From here, bring your right knee to the left inner elbow diagonally opposite, outside of that elbow. Take it back up, extend your right leg straight back, move the body weight forward, bend your elbows, chest down, single leg push up, keep lifting your right leg up towards the ceiling. Come back up, drop the right knee. Elongate your trunk, lift up your left knee like the tail of the tiger. Keep lifting that foot up. Round your back, bring your knee towards your nose. Take this leg back up one more time. Bring your left knee to the left outer elbow and extend the leg to the left side. Just hold it there. Remember to breathe. Then again bringing your nose towards your knee. Take this left leg back up, bending your left knee, point your foot up. Bring your left knee to the right inner elbow, to the outer elbow, working those inner obliques. Take this left leg straight back up, extend. Move the body weight forward and bending your elbows, chest down one more time, going for this single leg push up. Hold it. push yourself back up, drop the left knee to the floor, sit back, child's pose. This time separate your knees, keeping your feet together in the back and knees are apart. Sit back into this open hip child's pose with your hands. Hold on to the sides of the mat and lift up your mat as if you're trying to pull it out from underneath of you. We do a lot of pushing, weight bearing in yoga, not so much pulling. Pulling is also an important action for your spinal health. So just keep pulling onto the mat. At the same time, you sit back with your sit bones. Hold, breathe. Keep lifting your mat up with your hands. Remember to breathe. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. Now let your mat fall down again. Keeping your hands to the edges of the mat. Move the body weight forward so much that your chin and chest come to the floor again. So this is heart to heart with Mother Earth. This is called heart center pose with your tailbone lifted up. Elongating your trunk, stretching your armpits. Just hold the spinal extension. Continue breathing. Walk your hands back towards you. With your hands again underneath your shoulders. Come up on all fours one more time. Inhale, elongate your spine. And now stretch your right leg on the floor so it is on the mat, but you press your heel towards the floor. So not lifting your heel but pressing your heel down. Again, it's my right leg and you do your right leg. Continue breathing. Feel the stretch in your right calf. So the more you press your right heel down, the more you're going to feel that stretch. Now move the body weight forward, top of your right foot flat. So literally feel this body weight shifting forward without moving your hands, you're just moving the body weight. Again, flex your foot, take your right heel back to press towards the floor and move the body weight forward, top of your right foot flat. One last time, press your right heel back to the floor and take it forward. Now this time, take your right leg to the right front corner of your mat like this. So bring it towards your right front corner, wherever you can reach towards that right side. Then take it back across the midline to the left corner. Look at your foot over your left shoulder like the tail of an alligator. Again, bring your right leg to the right front corner. This time bend your right knee and walk your hands towards your right foot. Lift your heart, look up to the sky. Hold it there. This is your lizard position. Remember your right knee is bent. I hope you can see me. Like this. So your right knee is bent and your hands to the right side. You look towards your right side. Then bringing your right foot back one more time to the left side across the midline of the body. Look to that left foot again. One more time. Bring your right foot to the right front corner. Take your hands to that right foot. Lift your heart this time, flipping your left foot toes underneath. Lift your left knee and you keep looking up to the sky. If you need to drop that left knee, that's always okay. Otherwise, lift it up. We are in this lizard position. Look up to the sky. Now drop that left knee. Lift your left foot, point it up. Raise your right arm, look towards the ceiling. Bring your right hand to the left foot, outer edge of your foot. Look to the foot over your right shoulder. As you draw the foot in, let your foot equally push back in your hand. So you're opening that right shoulder. So don't rotate, don't twist your hand like this to reach for your foot, but go with your hand open. And bring your right hand to the outside of your right foot here. Sit back, so you're stretching this right leg. Without moving, without dragging your hands back or without moving your leg, just sit back wherever your body allows you. Feel the stretch in your right hamstring. And then drag the feet your right foot back a little bit so you can sit back even more. Feel this stretch. Remember to breathe. Stretches in your right hamstring. One more time. Bend your right knee. Move the body weight forward. This time, bring your right foot more in the front. Take your right hand from inside out of your foot. And I know this is going to be challenging, but just try. We're going to add an arm balance in this. So extend your right leg to the front corner. Start, if this is where you want to be, and that's fine. Otherwise, bend your elbows, extending your right leg. If you can lift up your left leg, do that. This is challenging, but it's a matter of practice. The more you practice, the better this gets. Drop that left knee, take your right leg back, all the way to the left side. Shift your weight to the right hand, bring your left hand to the right knee, and look over your left shoulder, hold it. Remember to breathe. So again, lot of weight bearing work happening for this right arm. Left hand to the floor, right knee back in place. Sit back, take your break, child's pose. Coming back up on all fours one more time. Extend your left leg, press your left heel to the floor. So we're going to do everything on the other side. Point your left foot, move the body weight forward. So literally shift your body weight, feel your weight forward on your arms. Press your heel back, feel the stretch in your left calf. Point the top of your left foot, move the body weight forward. One last time, flex your foot and you press your heel back towards the mat. Enjoy the stretch in this left calf. And move the body weight forward. Hold it there, remember to breathe. And from there, take your left foot to the left front corner like the tail of an alligator. Then take your left leg back to the right side, across the midline, look at your foot over your right shoulder. Again, bring your left foot to the left front corner. This time you bend your left knee and walk your hands towards your left foot, lift your heart towards the sky. Remember to breathe. Again, it's that lizard-like position. Take your hands back and take your left foot back to the right side. Hold it, breathe. Again, bring your left foot to the left front corner. This time hands on the floor to the left side. Flip your right foot toes underneath, lift up your right knee, look up towards the sky. So the option is you can keep the right knee down if it is too much weight bearing for you. Otherwise, lift your heart, look up to the sky. Continue breathing. Then you drop that right knee, raise your right foot, raise your left arm. Look at your arm straight up to the ceiling. Take your left arm behind you towards your right foot. Again, reach for the pinky toe side of your foot. Don't twist your hand like this. Keep it straight open. As you draw the foot in, let your foot push back into the hand. Remember to breathe. And bring your left hand to the front. Leave your hands where they are and then sit back into the stretch for your left hamstring. Hold wherever your body allows you to sit back. If you can draw your foot back a bit more and sit back even more, do that, but leave the hands where they are. Then bend the left knee one more time forward, walk your hands to the center, walk your foot to the center, and slide your left hand from inside out of your foot. Remember that same arm balance we did on the other side. So start walking your left foot to the left corner, move the body weight forward, bend your elbows like we did before in the push-up. If this is where you want to stay today, that's okay. You'll still feel the weight on your arms and your shoulders. Otherwise, lift up your right knee in the back. Extend your left leg to the front, put your body weight forward, you lift your right leg and feel your weight on your arms. Then again drop that right knee. Bring your left leg back. Take it to the right side across the midline. Shift your weight on the left hand. Right hand going towards the left knee. Look over your right shoulder. So weight bearing work for your left arm. Twist for your stomach, for your spine. Right hand to the floor one more time. Left knee goes back. Sit back, child's pose. Bring your both hands by the sides of your feet and lift your hips one more time in the rabbit pose. Bring the top of your head on the floor. Crown is on the floor. You lift up your sit bones and feel this inversion. After all that spinal extension, again this is a spinal flexion. Rabbit pose, Shashankasana. Both hands by the sides of your head. This time bring your elbows on the floor, forearms on the floor, elbows right by your knees. There is no gap between your elbows and your knees. Interlace your fingers. Keep the top of your head to the insides of your hands. Inside, not on the hand, inside of your hand. Again, no gap between your elbows and knees. Then lift up your hips one more time. So we are in this dolphin pose. Another inversion, head is lower than the heart. In this same position, drop your knees one more time to the floor and see if they land right next to the elbows again instead of landing at the gap from your elbows. So we'll practice this again. Interlace your fingers, top of your head down, lift up your sit bones in straight line. If your hips are not going up in straight line and if they are slanted, it will feel like this, look like this. In that case, walk your toes towards your elbows, keeping your back straight, legs straight, and again drop your knees. So this is a good test to see if you can do the headstand. If your knees are landing right next to the elbows each time, then you may start practicing your headstand. I know it's a long step, a long way to go, but this is how you're going to get started. So just practice this with your hands to the floor, lifting your sit bones in straight line and then dropping the knees to the floor. I'll just show you the headstand, but you can watch sitting up so you don't have to practice it while you are seeing it. First see. So this is how it's going to be. You bring those sit bones up, bring one knee up, other knee up. If you are comfortable here, you may stay here. Or if you are ready to take your legs up in straight line, you may do that. And you may also do this by the support of the wall or support of a wheel if you have a yoga wheel. Otherwise, practice it slowly. Breathe. Slowly bring your knees down, feet down, and come back up. So today we're just seeing, don't practice it now. I know if you have not done it before, don't do it now. If you have done it before, feel free to practice it. Otherwise, come up, sit in this Vajrasana position. Hold it there, breathe. Now in this Vajrasana position, if it's hard to sit on your feet, you may also sit upon the block like this. Keep the block between your 2 feet and then you sit upon the block. You may also make your block stand up a little bit and then sit upon the block. Keep the back straight. So right now we are sitting on the feet. This is Vajrasana. To change it up, separate your knees, separate your feet and sit on the floor. That is Virasana. So this is how it will look in the back. First we were in Vajrasana, sitting on the feet. Now sitting on the floor and toes coming towards each other, but we are sitting on the floor. So this is Virasana or hero pose. Again, option, you may sit up on the block with your feet wider and sitting on the block, keep the back straight. Virasana, hold it there, remember to breathe. So if sitting on the block, you'll just place it between your 2 feet, or if you're comfortable, sit down on the floor. Again, if you're not able to sit like this today, it's okay, that's matter of practice. The more you practice, the better this gets. From this Virasana, hands by your sides, slowly start bringing your forearms to the floor. And if this is all you're going to be today in this position, that's okay. If your body allows you to go all the way down into this full reclining or supine hero pose, do that. Opens up your chest, your thighs, hip flexors. And one more time, slowly lift yourself up. Come up all the way. Bring your legs to the front. Scoot to the front end of your mat. Raise your arms, sit up tall. Add that forward fold with your exhale. Wherever you reach forward, again we did a lot of spinal extension, so this is a spinal flexion. Look ahead and go deeper. So that means don't round your back to somehow reach your toes. Elongate your trunk and then reach forward. You may use your strap to go around your feet if needed, and look ahead. Then go deeper, keeping this length in your back. Go deeper and deeper. And one last time, deeper. Then raise your arms, inhale. Slowly start going down, lower back, middle back, upper back, in that order. Take your time as you do this. Once you're all the way down, stretch out your arms and legs. Get the full body stretch. Point your toes and fingertips away from the center. Flex your feet, flex your wrist. Separate your toes, separate your fingers. Make your ankle and wrist rotations. Circle your feet and your fists 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. Let your feet fall off to the corners of the mat. Bring your hands down by your hips, about 8 inches away from your hips. Fingers curl up towards the sky. Nod your head up and down like you're saying yes. And roll your head side to side like you're saying no. Release tension from your neck. Rest your head comfortably in the center. With your eyes closed, starting at the top of your head, establish your intention to relax. Make it a conscious process of letting go of all the thoughts, worries, desires, emotions, stress. Move your awareness through your physical body, one body part at a time, making sure each and every body part is relaxed. Relax your forehead, let go of the wrinkles. Soften your eyebrows, space between eyebrows, eyes, nostrils, mouth. Put a little smile in your lips. Relax your chin, neck and throat. Soften your shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, palms, fingers and fingertips. Keep your breathing deep, even, slow, quiet, without pauses, without jerks, through your nostrils only. Slowly bring your awareness back up, relax your fingers, palms, wrists, elbows, upper arms, underarms, shoulders. Relax your chest, upper back, lower back, stomach, hips and glutes, thighs, hamstrings, knees, backs of your knees, shin bones, calf muscles, ankles, feet and your toes. Complete relaxation, you, your mind and body in total union through your breathing. Find this time for yourself every single day to be with yourself, by yourself, for yourself. Take care of yourself first so you can take care of others, those who depend on you. Slowly bring your awareness back up, relax your toes, heels, ankles, shin bones, calf muscles, knees, backs of your knees, thighs, hamstrings, hips and glutes, stomach, lower back. Lot of work today with the lower back, upper back, chest, shoulder region. If there's any tension lingering anywhere, visualize it melting away. With your exhale, re-energize that area with your inhale. Relax your upper back, chest, shoulders, neck and throat. Soften your facial muscles, chin, cheeks, jaws, eyes, eyebrows, space between eyebrows, forehead and the top of your head. Keeping your awareness there, gently bring your knees in your chest one at a time. No rush, no jerks. Hug your knees, wiggle your toes. Awaken yourself from that relaxed state. Gently rock your body forward and back. Roll side to side. Make knee circles in each direction. Alternate these moves at your own pace, front and back, side to side, circling whichever is right for you. I thank you for joining in this practice. Please thank yourself and everybody here for taking this time out to be here, for sharing positive energy and your practice with everybody. Please join me in sending our goodwill out to the world. May there be peace, happiness, health, love, laughter and freedom to enjoy it all for everybody, everywhere. Roll gently to your right, then to your left. From your left, come up to the sitting upright position. Sit up tall on your block. So we can finish with a few minutes of breathing and meditation. We're going to practice 3 humming breaths. Inhale, let the stomach relax and expand. As you exhale, draw the navel in, hum through the nose, focus on that sound. We don't need to match or synchronize with each other, just do it at your own pace. Inhale, let the stomach relax and expand. As you exhale, you draw the stomach in and hum through the nose. Keep drawing the navel in to go longer with this humming sound. So take a deep breath in. more. Resume your normal diaphragmatic breathing. Index fingers, thumbs together. Turn your palms to face the sky. Eyes closed. Gaze between eyebrows. Awareness either at your diaphragm or your nostrils or your navel center, wherever you see your breath. Feel the sensation of your sit bones touching the block, feet touching the mat, palms touching your thighs. And listen to the sounds that are coming your way from outside without judging anything. See the sights that you are seeing with your eyes closed. Maybe you are seeing different shapes of light, different shades of darkness. Or maybe you aren't seeing anything. Just noticing what is, not seeking to see anything in particular. Notice if there are any lingering tastes in your mouth. Notice the smells that are in your surroundings. Simply observing. Feeling connected with your surroundings, one with your surroundings through your senses. At the same time, not giving in to the senses, not getting carried away through your senses, simply observing, being one with your surroundings, with the universe. Whenever you are ready to finish this practice, bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers in the back, exhale, bow down to Mother Earth for all the kindness. Inhale as you come up to thank the sun for the energy and the light. One more exhale down, being thankful for everything we have and everything we don't have. Inhale up. One last exhale down in gesture of a yogi. Forgive as you go down, forget as you come up. And we are done. Namaste. We're going to practice our laughter going on the back today because we were on the stomach most of the time. So just go on your back one more time. Keep your knees bent to make yourself comfortable, and this is where we're going to laugh. So take a deep breath in. Stay there just a bit longer. Laughter is an excellent stress reliever, painkiller, immunity booster. Practice it daily if you can. Stay happy, healthy, kind, be well. Take care of yourself, love yourself, appreciate yourself, extend it to others. And now we are done. Have a great time ahead. How was it?
Yeah, it was very good. Thank you so much.
Okay, so welcome. I know some of those were challenging poses, right?
Yeah, it is challenging, but it is, I'm trying to catch up.
Okay.
With lot of poses, maybe not right, but trying to do every one of them.
Yeah, that's okay. Just take it easy. Just if something doesn't feel right, it's okay completely not to do those things and just listen to your body. So slowly you'll build up. At least the warm-ups that we do in the beginning, those are important to get your whole body active. Those warm-ups help you?
Yeah, warm-ups helped me, and even the relaxing part, the stretching part, all of those really helped me.
Yeah.
Especially the one with the hand you have to do. I feel like this is the weaker part of my
Right, the upper body, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the arms, yes.
Yeah, usually for women it's the upper body that's weaker. For men it's the lower body. I mean, we are good in the lower body part and men are good in the pushing part. So, we have
Right,
to
right,
strengthen the
yeah.
upper body.
I can feel the same, yes.
Yes. Alright, so I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Namaste. Thank you.
Okay, namaste.
Namaste.